Hello everyone, welcome to Bizotech. In our last video, we discussed about problems on simple interest. Before that, the concept of simple interest and compound interest. So in this video, we will continue with different varieties of problems based on different kinds of interest. So let's begin with the first one. Find the compound interest on rupees 10,000 at 10% per annum for a time period of 3.5 years. And in order to calculate compound interest, you have different options being given. So here there is something very keen that you need to understand before getting into solution part. So what is that? So that is the time period of three and a half years. So which is 3 years and 6 months means 3 years the interest is compounded yearly, and for the remaining 6 months the interest is compounded half yearly. So that's the reason why we have different formulas whenever the compound interest is being compounded annually, half yearly, monthly, quarterly. So in the first concept video, I had given you a formula to calculate amount. You have to multiply principal amount into different compound interest things, which is 1 plus r divided by 100. So we will be applying the same formula here. So amount is equal to p into 1 plus r by 100 whole power 3, because for 3 years, into 1 plus r by 2, this is for half year, divided by 100, which is nothing but 6 months. Now we will substitute the given parameters. P is 10,000, 1 plus 0.1 whole power cube. So here R will be 10 divided by 100, which will give you 0.1 into 1 plus 0.05. So same thing, 10 by 2, which is 5, 5 divided by 100, 0.05 is equal to 10,000 into, so 1.1 whole cube into 1.05. So here you can't rely on the normal solving method. So that is, you will start writing with compound interest is equal to 1 plus r divided by 100 whole power and then substituting. So that will not gonna help you out, because you will end up in losing a lot of time, especially in a topic like SI and CI. So all this compound interest involves purely is calculation. So you have to fasten up your belts and so go ahead and just keep solving. So 10,000 into 1.1, so just split that 1.1 into 1.1 into 1.1, whatever the number it is, whatever the power it is, if you multiply 1 anytime it will be 1, so you just have to multiply 0.1 now, and when you do that the total amount will be 13,975.50. So now we have the amount, but we need compound interest, and we know the formula amount is equal to compound interest plus principal. As we need compound interest, we will be subtracting the principal amount with the total amount. So total amount is 13,975.50 minus 10,000, which is the principal amount. We will get our required compound interest, which is 3,975.50, giving us the right answer option C, 3975.50. I hope you are clear with this. Now let's move on to the next problem. If rupees 5,000 amounts to rupees 5,832 in 2 years compounded annually, find the rate of interest per annum. So this is a easy problem where you can just substitute and find out. There are two ways of finding this. One is you have principal amount, take 5,000, and then you have the total amount, which is A is equal to, you have compound interest plus P, and you can find out compound interest. Or you can take this, see, if you subtract 5,000 from 5,832, that itself will give you compound interest 832. You can calculate in whichever the way which is convenient. So let's have the solution now. Here P is equal to 5,000, A is equal to 5,832, and N is 2 years compounded annually. So we have the formula A is equal to P into 1 plus R divided by 100 whole power N. So upon substitution, 5,832 is equal to 5,000 into 1 plus R by 100 whole power 2. We do not know R, so we will be keeping it for one side, and then 5,832 divided by 5,000, and then we will be squaring it to next number, because we have a square here and we need a perfect number. So what I have done here to get 11,664 is very simple. I have just increased this 5,832 2 times and 5,000 2 times, because I know the perfect square of 10,000 will be 100, and 11,664, the perfect square will be 108. So why I am doing is just to make sure that I deduce usage of timings. So anyways, you can also solve it this way, where you get 5832 divided by 5000, but that will give you decimal points, which makes calculation very tough. So now what I do is 108 by 100. I'll send 1 for the other side, subtracting both the side by 1, so both of them are same. So 108 minus 100 will be 8 by 100. So r divided by 100 is equal to 8 by 100. So that will give us the rate of interest directly as 8%. So this is a way of solving it. Or you can also take ci is equal to 1 plus r by 100 whole power n and directly find out 8%. But if you take 832, it will be difficult for you to get the next square number. So you, upon practice, you will be able to solve this in a easiest way possible. So we have our, apart from the normal method we used to solve this problem, there is one more method which will save a lot of time for you, and that is option elimination method. So before getting into option elimination method, let me just brief you about compound interest one more time. So if you invest 100 rupees and at 10% rate of interest, after 1 year you will get 110 rupees. So this will be same as simple interest for only 1 year. But in the second year, 110 rupees will be set for 10% interest. So you will get 110 rupees plus 11 rupees, which is giving you a total of 121 rupees. So that's how compound interest actually works. So with that, now we will solve this problem. So let's see that the principal amount is given as 5,000 and the total amount is 5832. So which makes us our compound interest as 832 rupees. So for 2 years, we have to calculate the rate at which will give us 832 rupees on 5,000. So let's consider 6%. So 1% of 5,000 is 50. 6% is 50 into 6, 300. So 300 we will get 5,300. Next 5,300, on this we will put another 6%. So which is 53 into 6, and it will play very close to 650 to 700. So 6% not possible. Let's go to 10%. We know 1% is 50, so 10% will be 500. So that itself exceeded 5,500. If you put just 10,000 for 5,000 itself, it will exceed 1,000 just on simple interest itself. So 5832 fall behind that. So 10% not possible. It's exceeding. So definitely 12% not a good one. So this will be, and this should be the answer. Anyways, let's just check about it. So if you take 8%, so 5,000, so 1% is 50, and for 8% it will be 400. Now on 400, that is 5,400, put 8%. 1% is 54, and next 8% will be 432. So which is 432. So now 5832. So this is a very rare way, so where you cannot find it general for all the problems. So that's why shortcut is not being preferred over normal method in all the cases. But anyways, for this problem, you will be able to solve this way. So I hope this is clear. So now let's move on to the next problem. So this is the normal method, how we solved it. Now let's move on to the next problem. An investment doubles itself in 15 years if the interest is compounded annually. How many years will it take to become 8 times? So the investment is becoming double itself, like 5,000 has become 10,000 by 15 years. So that for an example's sake, so in this case, how many times will it take to become 8 times? Like 8 5s are 40. 40,000 if it has to become, how many years will it take? So let's calculate that. And you have 4 options: 35 years, 40 years, 45 years, 30 years. It's not like 15 years it has become twice, and again for twice it is 30 years, for again twice 45 years, and again twice, so 80 years. So that would have worked if it was simple interest, but this is compound interest. So let's look at the solution. It is given that the investment doubles itself in 15 years. Yes, let the investment be P. So P, principal amount, let's consider that itself as a investment. At the end of 15 years, A is equal to 2p. So very true. So the amount will be twice as the principal amount. And now the 2p will be investment. So this 2p will be set into investment and that will become double. So 2 into 2p will be 4p. And now what happens? 4p will be investment and that will become 4p into 2p is equal to 8p. So first 2p in 15 years, 4p in again another 15 years, 8p in another 15 years. So add all of them. 15 years plus 15 years plus 15 years, 45 years. An amount with a constant interest which will reach 8 times the same amount in 45 years. So your answer option will be option C, 45 years. So this was very easy, but you have to follow methods. So let's go on to the next problem. The difference between the SI and CI on a certain sum of money at 10% rate of annual interest for 2 years is 549. Find the sum. So difference between SI and CI, if you take simple interest and compound interest difference, that is equal to 549. And what we need to calculate here is, so when the difference is given at calculated at 10% rate of annual interest for 2 years, find the sum amount we have to calculate. So we have to use both simple interest and compound interest in that, and the options are given. So let's begin with the solution. Let sum be P, we don't know. R is 10%, N is 2 years, which is given in the question. And now let's calculate simple interest. PRN, nothing but PTR divided by 100, PRN, NRP, everything is same, PRN divided by 100 is equal to P, we have to calculate, into R10 into 2 divided by 100 is equal to 0.2p. We have the first equation. Second, apply the same for compound interest. A minus p is equal to p into 1 plus r divided by 100 whole power n minus p is equal to 0.21p. So we got the second one. So now this 0.20p minus 0.21p is equal to 549. So which was given in the question. And now we have to just solve for p. So which is 0.01p. That will become 54,900. So your answer will be 54,900. Answer option A. This is a way of solving it. And this is a question where you will see it happening every now and then. Means, so you will have a question with difference of SI and CI. Some amount will be given like this. And the period will also be 2 years. So by keeping this question as a repeated, as something that repeats every time in aptitude, they have derived a formula which is P into R square divided by 100 square. And on the left side you have SI minus CI difference. So this is a shortcut which will help you. So now if you take this, so that will give you 549 is equal to P we don't know, but R square we know, which is 10 square. We will just directly write it as 100, 10 square, and here 100. So this will 100 into 100 because 100 square. So 100 will go off, 549 into 100, 54,900. P is directly up top. So this is a way how you can solve through shortcut. So this will be very handy for you when you solve simple interest and compound interest difference. But this is applicable only when the years is 2. So that is, the 2 years will have a separate formula like this, which you can use to calculate the answer. Now let's begin with the last problem of this video. A sum of 1000 is to be divided among two brothers A and B such that if the interest being compounded annually is 5% per annum, then the money with A after 4 years is equal to money with B after 6 years. Find their shares. So what they have asked is, so divide 1000 in such a way that, so whenever you divide it, so A should get the amount in 4 years, whatever the A getting in 4 years, B should get in 6 years. And the rate of interest remains constant as 5% per annum. So let's look into solution part of this. Let P be given, let the amount be given as rupees P. Money with B is equal to 1000 minus P. Very obvious. After giving the money to A, the remaining money will be 1000 minus P. Now according to the question, let's calculate the P part. So the money with P the compound interest, the total thing with B in 4 years should be equal to the B's 6 years. So P into 1 plus 5 divided by 100, so which is constant 5 rate of interest, power 4, because 4 years, is equal to 100 minus P, that is B's principal amount, into 1 plus 5 divided by 100 whole power 6. So now you just have to solve this. So how to solve? P into 1.05 whole power 4. So how did I get that? 1 plus 5 by 100. 100 plus 5, 105 by 100, which is 1.05. That's what I have got here. So P into 1.05 whole power 4 is equal to 1000 minus P into 1.05 whole power 6. Now how to solve that? So this 1.05 into power 6 can be written as 1.05 whole power 4 into 1.05 whole square. So this and this will go off. So P is equal to 1 divided by 1.05 whole square. So and when you do math for that, you will get 0.9070. P is equal to 1000 minus P. So now subtract it. So 1.9070 P is equal to 1000. P is equal to 1000 divided by 1.9070, and the amount is 524.38. But we have to calculate B, so you can just subtract. So here A share is 524.38, B shares will be the remaining from 1000. 1000 minus 524.38 will give 475.62. So required answer option is option B. So this is a normal method, but you have to just get a equation right. Whatever the A gets in 4 years, the B gets in 6 years. So I hope all the problems that I have explained in this video is clearly explained, and I hope you have understood very well. So in our next video, I'll make sure to come up with new problems and different ways to solve them. Thank you so much for watching.